Hey guys, I'm sick and bored. I should be studying, but I feel pretty rotten, so can't be asked basically. Um, there's not too much desperate work that needs to be done right now, anyway. That's one of the things I noticed about Japan in classrooms. It doesn't really matter how much effort you put in as long as you show up. They're all about attendance. And not so much about the actual work you do. So, you know, um, I'll show up sometimes and maybe I've forgotten to do some homework or whatever, and the teacher's like, "I've done this homework, this sheet." I'm like, "Nah, forgot," and they're like, "Oh, okay, give it to me next time," and I'm like, "Cool," but I mean, really, it's a pretty poor way to teach. They don't really encourage performance so much as just putting in the time, just being there. Um, you know, in Australia anyway, if you're sick, if you miss classes, often you can get away with a bit as long as you're handing in the work and the work is up to standard. Whereas here, it seems to be kind of the other way around. Um, and also, the, the teaching method leaves a bit to be desired as well. Some of my teachers at Kitakyushu University are really good, really on the ball. They structure their lessons. They've got what they want to teach, and they fit in quite a bit into one class, into an hour and a half class. But then some of our teachers, I don't know quite how they do it. They manage to take what could take maybe about 15 minutes, really, and stretch that over half an hour. Like maybe a kanji class, we've got this list of kanji, and essentially all the teacher achieves in an hour and a half is to go through all those kanji, and I'm not talking about many here, I'm talking about like maybe maximum 10 kanji, less. Go through each of these kanji, what the onyomi and the gunyomi is, that is the Japanese and the Chinese reading, um, Chinese and Japanese reading, and some common compounds for those kanji. And I mean, they could just as easily say, here's a sheet of kanji, go off and memorize the readings for it. And, you could probably do that yourself in 15, 20 minutes. But no, they have to have a lesson on it for an hour and a half. Just repetition, repetition. Um, it's pretty average, I have to say. And, you know, let's say we're learning some grammar points, making examples. That's a good exercise. Have a grammar point, make sure you can use it, make an example with that grammar point. But, they'll just do that. They'll just take it that bit too far. They just keep going. Oh, okay, what's another example? And the teacher will just be up the front going, okay, give me an example of this sentence. And we're all like, finally someone can be bothered. It's like, here's an example, blah, blah. Okay, good. Okay, give me another example. Yeah, okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, give me another example. It's like, we all get the grammar point. It's obvious. We've all done a few examples. You don't, like, you could be moving on to something else and teaching something else, and we could be learning a lot more. So that's a bit irritating. But, I mean, being in Japan, of course, is brilliant for your Japanese, so, I still feel like I'm learning a hell of a lot, but I just think it's a shame, the standard of teaching. And I'd heard this before I came here. I wasn't surprised, just a little disappointed, very disappointed in you. No. So yeah. I don't know what it's like for people teaching English in Japan, if they, I guess it depends what situation you're in, whether you have to really teach the way they want you to, or whether you can kind of make your own lesson plans. But I'd be interested to hear, because it's something I want to do pretty soon. is to come back to Japan and teach English. And I could see it being a real pain if I had to teach English the way a lot of the teachers teach me Japanese now. So yeah, if anyone has any comments about particular companies or whatever, the way they teach, or if there's no way around it, whatever, please let me know. I'm going to kick back and relax now and not study. Veg out with my tea and my Tim Tams Australian chocolate biscuits. They're the best. So, till next time.